Tim Kane, the entertainment editor at the Herald and Review, and I'm at my desk. This stuff comes to mind to me today because we're going to have some students coming in from Charleston, and they're part of Eastern Illinois' journalism camp for high school students. I wish I'd have had this kind of stuff when I was in high school. I think that would have been really cool to be able to do. But they're going to come in, and it sets my mind back to thinking about a number of things that have happened in the 20 plus years that I've worked here at the Herald and Review. A lot of it has to do with what you're looking at right now, this website. This website launched 13 and a half years ago. 14 years ago, I was in the midst of sitting at my house because I had a better computer at home than we had at the office. That's how much things have changed. And I was hand coding stories that we could have a backlog of things to have on the website when we officially launched. We officially launched in late November 1996. And then we started talking with reporters about doing stories for the newspaper to tell people about the website. I sat down to talk with one of the people I consider one of our more intelligent reporters, and he said, "Let's talk about this thing that's going to put us all out of work." And I said, "What do you mean it's going to put us all out of work?" He said, "What's what the web is going to do? It's going to make newspapers non-existent. It's going to kill newspapers." I said, "First of all, I'm not sure it's going to do that. But second, even if it does, there's still going to be a value on people who gather and disseminate information. And they're going to be even more valuable because you're going to want to trust the legitimate ones, and you're not going to have that trust for the people who are just kind of randomly throwing things up on the website." He got over it, apparently. He's still in newspapers here 14 years later. Not here, but he's still in newspapers. Fast forward to a few years later. I'm still a part of the online team, although I'm the entertainment editor. I am also what we very pompously call the newsroom liaison to online. It basically means I can kind of bridge the gap between the online geeks and the newsroom geeks, which I guess makes me uber geek, which is fine. There are 5 of us. Our editor, Gary Sawyer, myself, and our 3-person online department. It had grown to 3 people by that time, which was really cool because when it started, it was me working a couple days a week, and then whatever time we could steal from other people in other departments to actually get some work done on the website. And we sat at lunch at a restaurant that doesn't exist anymore. And we have what we call a blue sky meeting. Blue sky meeting is you just talk about all the wild and crazy things that you'd love to have in your job, and can you get them? What can you do to get them? There was a lot of talk at this meeting about having video as a permanent section of our website, having a person employed by the company who was devoted to video, and that video would be a regular occurrence. And I was getting annoyed at the discussion because I thought, this is never going to happen. I've worked here long enough to know that this is something that's unrealistic, so let's not waste our time talking about it. If we're going to blue sky, that's fine, but let's focus our blue sky on the stuff that's realistic. Rather than saying, well, if we had $1 million, everybody could have a super nice computer, and we could have a super nice T1 line or a T7 line that would immediately allow us to all sit at our desks and watch movies. So let's not blue sky that way. But then, much to my surprise, as it turns out, what we actually have now is not one person, but 2 people. One person whose primary job is to produce that video, and another guy whose job is to kind of be a jack of all trades. And this is all stuff that had never occurred to me. It has advanced beyond what I thought it would be. And now we got another little step that we're taking, and it's going to make things a lot more easy for you to look at some of these videos, because we've launched a YouTube channel for the Herald and Review, youtube.com/Herald and Review. We're not going to put all our videos on YouTube. What we're going to do is launch some of the things that we think might have a tendency or possibility to go more viral. You might not see all of the At My Desks. You might not see all of Ken Lowe's reports on YouTube. But if there's something that one of the 2 of us does that we think, wow, that's really, really something that people might latch onto, then we'll put those up there. But there are more things that we think a lot of people might want to go looking for. We've talked about YouTube many times in meetings in the building here, and there's always been a resistance to it, and I've been of both minds. I'm not sure that we want to chase people away from our site to go to another site. At the same time, Hugh and Adam are doing some really good work, and we want people to see it. So it's just another step forward, and just another, to me, incredible piece of this now 14-year journey that we're on. And I hope that these kids who were barely born when our website launched, when they come in and we talk to them about this stuff, they don't just look at me like I'm a crazy old man who's living in the past and is astonished by everything that has buttons on it. It's just, things have changed remarkably, and I'm really excited about being in the middle of it. I'm Tim Kane, not a dinosaur, and I'm at my desk.